west.
Looks like tons of dispersed camping on the left over here. There's a couple pay campgrounds up here. I'm not interested in those. This is nice. I like the looks of it. Hoping it works out. It's a Friday. It's been windy for 2 days, like high winds, and today there's supposed to be a break in the wind. So I'm hoping everyone's running away today because they're tired of the wind. At one point this turns dirt. There it is. This is one of the first dispersed camping areas. Definitely going to be slow going for me from here on out. This is all new to me. This is a pay campground actually, I think. If you can see it over there on the right. No shortage of dispersed campsites along this road. Definitely some nice scenery around here. Well, I have options. I passed some spots I would be fine with. Super nice spot with a view on the left here. A couple big vans are sitting there. Ooh, I think I may have found my spot right here. I like this. This is the best thing I found so far. Okay, let's take a look. If this little 2-track's too hairy for me, I'll camp over here somewhere. Still windy here. There may be no escaping the wind. Well, I don't know about this. Pretty nasty right here. Once you get past that gnarly spot, then it's pretty close to something I can do, but I don't know if you could see my trailer there perched on that ledge, and you could see the Henry Mountains out there to the southeast. I'm gonna have to find a pretty special campsite to drag my trailer down this road. Not gonna rule it out yet completely. It's very windy and it's cold today. It's about 50 degrees. Not super windy, but the wind chill is bad. At least where I'm standing now, there's probably about 20-25 mile an hour winds. Well, I'll walk up to this next corner. Well, I definitely won't be going down that. Man, this would be awesome for a 4-wheel drive van or some kind of overlanding vehicle to be able to continue on that 2-track road. There's this little spot down here. Yeah, this probably was only used once. There's not a lot of tracks in here. I don't think so. The wind is minimal here though. It is nice because the wind seems to be a bit blocked in this position. There's a canyon to hike. Yep, I don't think so. This is not worth driving that 2-track. Well, I think it paid off to come up this road. I would recommend it. There's so much good camping here for free. I would recommend it. Even the trouble of doing 5 miles of rocky road. I think I only actually did about 3.5 miles. Well, back into the chilly wind. It's gonna be windy out there where my trailer's sitting right now. But it's supposed to warm up in a couple days again, and the wind's supposed to calm down. Hello, everybody. So I've been at this camp for 4 nights now, and relaxing, enjoying myself. It's been quiet most of the time. Once in a while, someone comes through and camps a quarter mile away or something for a night or two, and then they're gone. And so this is actually a great place to come and do dispersed camping. There's literally, well, I think over 100 sites that I've seen on my way up. Temple Mountain Road, I think is the name of the road. Anyway, I've walked around some. I've ridden my bike some. There's a few little things that I want to do while I'm here, and one of them is what I'm going to try and do today. Right behind my trailer, I'm perched on another kind of rim that leads. There's kind of a fissure or drainage right next to me that'll take me down to the bottom of that canyon. As far as I can tell, it's the only one along this canyon that will allow me to get down to the bottom of the canyon pretty easily too, because I did it once already. I've gone down there, but I can see this canyon just works its way east, kind of southeast from me, and toward these really big walls that the San Rafael Swell create. So I'm just wondering how far I'll be able to get down that, and maybe I'll be able to get close to some of those big walls. I'm not doing a lot of planning or a lot of research. I'll just take it minute by minute and see how far can go. I think I can go pretty far because the bottom of these canyons are just sandy wash, more or less, to walk down. But I'm looking forward to this. It's I think right now about 9 o'clock in the morning. It's supposed to get up to around 74 degrees today, but later in the morning winds are going to start, and I guess it's supposed to gust up to the mid 30s. So I'm going to have to tie everything down here before I leave and put stuff away. Okay, I'm all ready. I've got some different cameras, a couple liters of water, a sandwich, some fruit. Maybe I'll be out anywhere from a couple hours to maybe 6 hours or something today. We'll see what happens. It's a total adventure, and this is the kind of hiking I like to do. It's what I've done all my life, so I have a lot of experience at doing off-trail hiking. There's a couple ways I mark areas if I have to take a turn where later on I need to know to make that turn on my way back to get back to my camp. Here's the landscape I'm looking at. My trailer back there. Temple Mountain Road is just runs along that way at the top of all this. And here's the head of this canyon that I'm looking at going down in. Here's the route that I found down to the canyon. Pretty simple. You can't see it until you get right up to it. A lot of these drainages, like right ahead of me, that there's a big drop off there, probably 20 feet down to the floor, unless you're a pretty good rock climber or you have ropes. You really wouldn't want to try something like that. And this may look steeper than it is, but it's pretty easy to just walk upright down this sandstone here. It'll all be easy hiking once I get to the bottom here too. Like I said, I didn't research anything for this hike, but there are petroglyphs and probably ruins and stuff in the area. So Who knows if there's maybe some wall painting or petroglyphs that I get to look at if I'm looking very hard. At this spot here, which is almost the end of this canyon head right here anyway. When I was here before, I put a rock cairn, and so it'll mark the exact drainage that I need to go up again. And then, as always, I mean, I have the only footprints in this sandy wash going down this, so I literally have my own footprints to follow most of the way. Who knows, maybe I'll reach a pour off sooner than I think that I can't get down. There might be one right here. Yep. Well, I won't give up quite yet. I'll see if I can go around the side here, and on the other side of this rock right here, maybe there's a gentle way down and a way around this big pour off here. Probably 20-25 feet down to the floor there. All right, so far so good. The trees down here are cool. Definitely some older, huge junipers. This one that's been subjected to who knows how many flash floods through the hundreds of years that it's been alive. Big set of rock cairns up there. That might mean someone else found a way up through here to get down into this canyon. Right, kind of looks like we're coming to the first juncture with another side drainage, like right there. Pretty not obviously not the one I'm in right here, because it's so narrow and short. You can see the end of it right there. Okay, there we go. So I have a cairn to be absolutely sure that I'll turn this way instead of that way, which is not likely, but I can almost no-brain it on the way back. There almost seems to be a seep here because it's so wet now in the bottom of the wash. Look, actual water running down this. This is a seep, but if you were camping around here and you really needed water, you pull out a container and you let it fill up drip by drip. This is interesting. It almost looks purposely covered where the seep's coming out. Really interesting, actually, that there's water out here. This is cool. So far, none of these walls lend themselves to, I think, a place for petroglyphs or pictographs. But already within a half a mile, this canyon is deepening. Look, there's standing water now. I think we're coming up on the juncture of this little side canyon that I'm using, entering into a bigger drainage. And that's where that one comes from. Doesn't look any bigger there. Maybe actually these two are about the same, that drainage and that drainage, that are going to go down this bigger one. So I can see, obviously I'm not the first one to ever do this. There's a set of cairns there. There's a cool little bird up there making some song, a very tiny bird. Again, the type of camera I use for this with the wide angle lens. Unfortunately, I can't get good photography or video of birds and animal life. But it's given me a pretty little song here at this crossroads. It's saying, remember to come back this way. Looks like it wants to widen out now. I was just walking along and there was a very strong floral smell, really pungent, and it's coming off of this plant right here. A lot of really beautiful yellow flowers on this little bush. Can't say I know what it is. Okay, another crossroads. Really tiny little drainage to the left that enters into a bigger canyon on the other side of this little island of rocks in front of me. Yeah, the proliferation of side canyons is starting to add up here. There's a cairn someone left behind. Make sure I go up this one as opposed to this one that's coming in from the right over here. You can smell these bushes full of flowers from 50 feet away easily. They're so pungent. You can see this thing's just loaded with thousands of flowers. I gave up on filming every single side canyon. I leave cairns where I think it's not obvious. And another thing I do is wherever I can step in something that leaves a really obvious footprint of my boot, I'll step there. So that's my popcorn trail, is my own footprints. I might be 1.5 miles or so down this canyon, and I'm finally starting to see some of those big walls. You might see them peeking out at over the top of this ledge up here. Again, I'm just taking it minute by minute. If I feel like it gets too complicated at one point, that'll be my turnaround point, or too difficult to hike over, anything too dangerous. This is getting cool though. See how the water now is cutting out sandstone and leaving actually much bigger pools. But that's a huge, well, you know, if you needed water, it's about 5 foot long and 4 feet wide at its widest. It was inevitable that I'd get sand and rocks in my boot. So it's time to take a little break and get the sand and rocks out of one of my boots. So it's really opening up now. Kind of intersections of other canyons with these big walls. Actually, my camp is pretty near that cone-shaped little mountain there. I'm right at the bottom of that almost. And you can see that butte to the right of it. My camp's also just right below that. So yeah, it's pretty cool out here. I think I'll visit again. I mean, I'm sure there's lots to do. And even if I can't pull my trailer down some of these roads, I can camp somewhere, unhitch, make my camp, and then take my my own SUV. And it can actually handle most really rough roads. Very nice, smooth road. A lot better than what I drove on to get up here, to get to my camp. So here's a lone campsite in the middle of nowhere. Very isolated. The only bad part about it, I think, it's kind of at a crossroads here. If you're gonna have traffic and your campsite's here, This is where all the motorcycles and the side-by-sides are going to come right by your camp over here. Oh, there's a couple vans up there. So easy enough for a van to drive into. I think I'm going to leave it at that today. Go find a nice spot to eat my lunch. Maybe just kick back for a little while on my own. Contemplate my navel. I'll find out where that road, I'm sure it comes from Temple Mountain Road, this one. Well, one of the other things I wanted to do is take my mountain bike and do that road, and for sure I could get down here a lot quicker on a bicycle on that road, even if it was twice as long as what I walked down this canyon. So tomorrow, probably get out on the bicycle, and maybe I'll do a little bit more research of where I can visit some kind of feature, some kind of special feature, like, who knows, and maybe there are arches out here, or ruins, or petroglyphs, and that sort of thing. And maybe I'll have a better plan when I take off my bike to see what special things are up by all the big walled canyons back there. Probably literally in the San Rafael Swell. So any rock cairns that I've made to find my way back to my own camp, I will also knock down on my way back, so in the future, maybe not confusing for someone trying to find their way back to a different spot. This was just a really busy little area that I thought I had to be really careful about not going up the wrong canyon. So I set cairns about every 50 feet here. This looks like a nice spot to spend a little while, eat some food, relax for a while, get some water. This was a nice spot to spend lunch. Really quiet, a couple ravens circling overhead, cawing. I'm a little tired after a 2-mile hike, carrying a lot of weight actually that I didn't need. So it was good for me to just get out here and walk around. There was no big payoff. I learned a little bit about the country here and the landscape. And if I come back again, I'd go about it a little bit differently. But I'm feeling it a little bit after a little more than 2 miles of doing sand and rock. Means I'll sleep good tonight.